Let's see. Voluptuaries. Uh, okay. I think we are live in all of the spots. Um, if you are up at this hour, give me a hello. How are you? So I know that you can see me. Um, I'm trying this again. This live action conversation with all of this tech, and I'm trying to be live in all the places at all of the time. And here we are. Okay, it is 12:45 in the morning. So it's technically tomorrow, but let's pretend it's yesterday. I had told my new assistant, hi Keisha, that I would be going live like 3 weeks ago. I was like, yeah, I'm going to start going live. So here we are, 3 weeks later. My timing is divine and excellent. And I'm still, per usual, figuring out all the tech. Maybe someday. Oh, you know what? Let's practice the new delusional thing. That's why I'm here. Um, I am a tech genius. Tech is easy, going live is easy, and I love doing it. So, wait, what? That's what I decided to name this series because, first of all, this guy had asked me if I was in a show, what would be the name of the show? Second of all, my best friends have been saying to me, when are you going to write this down? When are you going to stop and record this and make it the thing? And so here's my show, and it's called Wait, What? This is what's happening. I'm Torin McGill, the Pleasure Priestess. For those of you new here, welcome. Clearly, I'm new here because what am I doing? What am I doing? Alive at 1 o'clock in the morning? Okay, here's what I wanted to say today that oftentimes we as humans, me in particular, as a recovering perfectionist, get ourselves caught up in the practice of making it perfect in order to do the thing, right? Like I had tons of reasons 3 weeks ago why I couldn't go live. I couldn't figure this out. I didn't have the time. I hadn't reset up the account, blah, 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 blah. I wasn't dressed. I didn't have my hair done. I needed to have makeup on. And so I was in the practice of finding a reason to make it perfect instead of the practice of showing up, right? The message is the message. And I'm sure you can hear me whether I have a face full of makeup or I have my hair in a scarf. So here's yesterday's message. I have signed up for Natanya Bravo's delusional. Delulu is the Salulu challenge. And so for the next 20 days, I am challenging myself to be here live with you. That's why this is yesterday, but whatever. For all of you women out there, all of you people who are not or do not identify as a woman, but you have women in your life, acclamation, 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 and acclamation is going in now 16 days. And I have decided to go straight delusional with it. And we are bringing in 500 women to sign up and show up for acclamation, acclamation. It is a 4-day masterclass. We are getting intimate with our bodies. We are getting intimate with our desires. We are getting intimate with acclimating into our bodies. Like, as women, if you haven't noticed this, we're very cyclical. And in order to create the next stage of what we want, we get to acclimate to the stage we're in without assimilating to the stuff around us. So, how then do we acclimate to menopause or perimenopause or not menopause or life still on a cycle, right? Even when your cycle stops, your body, your womanhood, your craft is still on a cycle. There are some days that you're in a hermit. There are some phases when you're like, let's be visible. There are some phases when you're in your creation mode. There are some phases when you're in your rest mode. So there are all types of phases, and your womanhood doesn't stop because your period stops. So in acclimation, we are going to be reigniting our magic, reconnecting to our purpose, redesigning and refocusing our turn on and our attention inward and outward. And how does that look? And what tools can we actually use? So there'll be me talking about it, and then there'll be us practicing the thing, practicing showing up in our bodies, practicing playing with our magic, practice experiencing our turn on and expanding it and exploring it beyond just the intimate right now and into our life of creation that we desire to have. So, in my new delusional world, one of the other creators I saw on Instagram, Fumi Ma Mahamaven at Instagram, she had said one of the reasons you don't have what you want is because you're not being audacious enough to ask for it. I'm paraphrasing. And I was like, hmm. So I get to practice being delusional in my thoughts so that I can craft and create my outrageous, audacious, bold ask. My outrageous, audacious, bold ask is that 500 women sign up for acclamation, because it is time for the gospel of pleasure to feed the masses. It is time for the gospel of pleasure from the sermons of the Mount to come down and to light up the women of the world so that they can be lit up, turned on, so that we can continue the revolution, the expansion, the turning of this society, of this world, without letting our wells run dry, without exhaustion, without burnout. Will there be tears? Yeah. Will there be pain? There will still be life, but we will have the resource, the source of our potent, ancient power, our pleasure. All right. So I just wanted to announce the wait. What? What's happening? This is what's happening. We're getting delusional, baby. I'm getting delusional for the next it's really going to be 30 days, and it's going to start being part of my practices. I'm going to just create and craft these delusional thoughts and move into them and create them as part of my pleasure practice. You may have seen my post, if you're privy to some of the places of which I post, about being in the middle of the launch and running out of funds to pay the team. And I just decided that means we're doubling the fuck down. So, what does that mean for me? That means that I get to expand and practice the very thing I preach and teach. So, I'm going deeper, harder into my pleasure practices. I do have a daily pleasure practice. It includes a morning time routine and a nighttime routine. And now it's going to also include Natanya Bravo's delusional 10 steps. So I can't tell you about her 10 steps because those are not mine to share. But in my practice, there's a desire strip. There's some mirror work. There's some in the morning, my morning practice tends to be more of breath work and physical touch on my body, like reconnecting, checking in. How is my body? What does my body need in this moment? What would be most pleasurable? And then there's usually a dance break or something. So we're going to double it down because this is the wait, what's happening? In 20 days' time, I'll be able to say to you, oh my God, I got so delusional that that solution worked. As Natanya uh, says, Delulu is the Salulu. So that's where we're going. We're going delusional. We're going all in on my very own pleasure practices. We are coming in live to talk about not only the sermons from the Mound, not only the gospel of the pleasure, but how my practices are going and what's happening. where we are in the signups and all those sort of things. Acclamation is a 4-day women's masterclass. It is $69.69. It is for women identified bodies, and we are going to learn how to praise ourselves. We're going to learn how to be delusional and praise each other. We are going to acclimate and acclimate. And you're invited. And if you're not a woman, tell everybody, because 500 doesn't just happen because I just know. It happens because you know, and you decide to see my delusional error word life message come to life. That's where we are. And I have no idea what time the lives every day will be. I know that I am going to be doing a live every day. So whatever channel you're on, check the box, click the notifications, get notifications so you're here when I'm here. And here we go. Wait, what? Welcome. Day one. This is me going live. Okay, if you are catching this later, I hope the day of whatever day it is for you, that it is great, amazing, wonderful, and filled with pleasure. I love you. I'm getting delusional. I'll see you when I do, sometime tomorrow, today. And we'll figure out what we figure out. All right. Thanks for being here. I'll see you when I see you next.